This is the MLW Radio Network. This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace, world, and welcome everybody to the Mind of the Meanie, your weekly peek into the world according to former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. We cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I'm your tour guide, Adam Barnard, and he is the Blue Meanie. Meanie, what's on your mind?
Heat wave! Yeah, it's a heat wave! Oh my God. It's fucking hot. Thank God. I mean, at the time of recording, thank God it's only 77 degrees right now, but for the last few fucking days, it's been like 99 degrees to where like you leave the house and it's like you're walking into a fucking hairdryer.
That's an incredible comparison, because that's exactly what it's felt like for the past, like, I would say week now it's been since that's been going on. You can't really, if you're watching us right now live on patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie, you'll see what I'm doing now with my shirt next to the fan here, because I'm fucking sweating my ass off already in my house. Meanie is doing the same. We're getting us a little bit of cross ventilation here. Glad I put deodorant on this morning. Glad the Pod Squad's here with us today. No, I smell like an Italian hoagie from Wawa. I just came from the gym. But Pod Squad's here with us today. Thank you so much for joining us, as always. Meanie, it is a wonderful day today because it is my birthday.
Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm 37. I don't feel a day over 36. So.
It's, your birthday. And then the day after this airs on Tuesday, it's Mrs. Meanie's birthday.
It is a celebratory weekend for us folks here at the Mind of the Meanie. We are excited. That's right. I took today off. Fuck it, man. This is my birthday. I'm enjoying it. So what else is going on, man? Lots of stuff going on. Wrestling rumors and Time Warner style mergers going on in AEW. It's kind of crazy. Let's just jump into it, man. Where do we want to start this week?
I was just catching up on HBO Max drama last night. Apparently, they're going to be merged with Discovery Plus, which is yay for me because I already have Discovery Plus. So I might need to be caught up. You might not need to catch me up, because I was like, right as I was in the twilight, I was like, oh, HBO Max. But I already got Discovery Plus because I get it for shout out to my friend Amy Bruni and Adam Barry for with the Kindred Spirits show. I'm a big fan of the paranormal, and to me, they're the honest paranormal investigators. So, hey, if we don't find anything, we didn't find anything.
That's right.
We ain't going to just make shit up. They're on Discovery Plus, and we got Discovery Plus for that. Plus, there's tons of murder shows on there and shit like that. So
I got Discovery. Go ahead.
I can watch and go, oh, well, my life's not too bad.
Putting everything into perspective, right? Yeah.
Yes,
I got Discovery Plus as a cheap plug here. Go ahead and check out the most recent episode of Foundation Radio at foundationradio.net. I actually had a conversation this past week with the producer and director of the documentary series Unprecedented, which chronicled the last few months of the Trump presidency. His name is Alex Holder. It was a wonderful conversation, but I got the Discovery Plus to watch it, and it was incredible. I know we don't talk politics on here, but it was absolutely just very well done. So go out of your way to go ahead and check it out. But so I was interested in the Discovery Plus app, and I was like, wow, this isn't bad, right? But then I jumped to HBO Max because I had that for the Carlin documentary, and I'm like, wow, they're going to lose all this content here. Like, I wonder how they're going to, because I think they're all under the same umbrella now, right? Like Discovery owns Warner Media, which is HBO is a subsidiary of, and like Zaslav, I think his name is Doug or David. He's the CEO of the company. He's basically just going in and kind of Nick Conning. He's bloodletting. Like, it's just everybody is fucking gone, and they're consolidating content. I know there was some rumor and innuendo, if you will, regarding the AEW status. But I got to tell you, man, after this most recent this most recent merger and this most recent consolidation, I'm not sure. I don't like to pontificate, and I certainly don't like to,
right,
put carts before the horse or whatever. But I'm concerned a little bit about the potential of AEW not having a home base.
Right.
What do you think about that, based on your analysis of what's been going on?
No, I mean, we've made this fucking comparison plenty of times before, where AOL didn't want WCW on Turner Broadcasting.
Right.
During that merger, they didn't like wrestling. They didn't get pro wrestling. Even though at one point pro wrestling was like the highest thing on their fucking network. But then, they had the downfall and stuff like that. WCW had the wheel on the skids. But, from that whole thing, they didn't want pro wrestling. So I think it comes down to whether this new dude is a wrestling guy or not a wrestling guy.
Right.
Right. Basketball, that'll be, there forever. And then I think they broadcast the hockey playoffs too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't know if they still do baseball. I know TBS was known for the Braves games, but
right. That used to be their staple.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, it's flip a coin. The guy could get a hair up his ass one day and go, you know what? Fuck this wrestling. I don't want it on my network. But sir, the demos, I don't fuck your demos, and just,
right.
I have a budget here. I have to consolidate content, and fuck your wrestling, regardless of what brand it is.
That's the thing is again, it because we sort of have an idea somewhat that, the profitability of AEW, which I don't believe that they have turned a profit yet, but which has to do with more of the financials on the video game, which is, whatever. I'm not here to pontificate on that, but I really feel like that's going to be what is the catalyst for whatever happens with AEW. It's going to basically come down to whether or not this guy wants to invest in this company and wants to continue broadcasting that kind of content on his channel.
Well, shit, that's what it was. That's what would have saved ECW.
Right.
It just needed one executive to go, we're signing ECW, and ECW would have survived.
Right.
And USA had just lost WWE. It's that would be like, they went from having the number one company to going down to have the number three company. It just would have, if USA just said, yes, we want wrestling. Yes, ECW would still be alive. I watched so many documentaries on stuff that reminds me of ECW, where things almost failed, but at the last second it pulled out. Like, what was it? The Michael Myers movie,
Halloween. Yeah.
I was watching the movies that made us, and they did a series of horror movies, and everything that happened with that movie, to where people were basically working for free, and last second somebody signed on as an investor and saved the day, and that's all ECW needed. So, going back to the AEW thing, it's a matter of, does the new person in charge like professional wrestling? Which, for pro wrestling's sake, I hope so, but that will be time will tell on that one.
Is what Shackleford's saying here in the chat is that there's a large, quote, AEW will only be a T-shirt company crowd that's desperately hoping AEW gets dropped and fails, which is sad, which, again, I want to be clear about this, which we are a lot. You can listen to everything in the archive and listen to us at Mind of the Meanie. I don't want AEW to fail. I don't know anybody that wants any of these companies to fail, because there's a lot of people that Meanie knows, and some folks that I know, and lots of people that we enjoy who are employed by this company. Why would I want anybody to be out of a job? That's fucking stupid. That's not in any way, shape, or form what I want to see happen. I'm just speaking about the realities of business and the potential that could happen based upon a television merger and an entertainment company merger. That these things happen. I don't, we can sit here all day and sort of talk about it, but it's certainly not something that we're like, oh yeah, we're cheering for somebody's downfall. I mean, Christ, you went through that with ECW. You know, like you went through that, and I'm sure that was exhausting. I mean, I can't even imagine what that must have been like.
Especially when ECW was still drawing crowds.
Right.
Yeah. We're selling out the Hammerstein Ballroom. Yet, you know, the whole fate of the company was doomed in a couple months.
Right.
Still drawing great crowds.
And it's because of the television deal. That like television and advertising. If you don't have that, it's the same reason why WCW failed when and the Fusion Media deal didn't work, is because Turner pulled them off the station. If they had kept that media deal, they had kept that television network time, they wouldn't have gone out. I know Shackelford's not talking about us. He clarified in here. No, there's a large segment on the internet wrestling community that has a lot to say about, you know, AEW potentially shutting down. But that's not us.
It's on both sides. It's the fucking tribalism in wrestling, which drives me fucking nuts. There's people who want WWE to fail, and there's people who want AEW to fail, and it's yay my team, yay your team. It's it's the most ridiculous bullshit thing you could want. Why not enjoy all pro wrestling? You know,
right? It's here. It's a grab bag. There's something for everybody on it.
And it is because something might not be your fucking thing. Don't watch it.
Right.
It's like the people who, the pastor who heard George Carlin do the 7 dirty words on a radio broadcast and decided, he shouldn't be on the air. Well, there's something here and you don't like it, there's, back then in our day, there was 2 knobs, one for to turn the channel and one to turn the radio off.
Right.
If you like something, change the channel, but don't take it away from somebody else who enjoys it just because you don't enjoy it.
Right.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the catalyst there. And I again, time will tell. Meanie and I can sit here all day and talk about it, but we don't know what we don't know. And we certainly don't want to say anything that is going to be inaccurate. But I do want to ask you though, it's been a full week now since, Tra, as they call him, as the kids call him, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Paul Levesque has taken over creative at WWE. Have you had a chance to watch anything? And what are your thoughts on the...
A buddy of mine, my buddy Joe, he refers to Triple H as H. H-A-I-T-C-H. H.
Jeez.
Because that's how Lord Steven Regal says H.
H.
Triple H. So I've been calling him H for a little while.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're not going to see something drastic overnight, but what I've seen, I like, and I thought SummerSlam was a fucking home run.
Yeah. We gotta go back and talk about that in a second. See how well we did on our predictions.
Yeah, I forgot what I predicted. Hopefully one of us wrote it down. But.
Honestly, I'm pulling up the results right now. I think we were pretty close to accurate, to be honest with you.
Pretty cool.
We picked Bianca Belair. We picked Logan Paul, Bobby Lashley. We picked the Judgment Day. That was the one we missed. Mysterios went over. We got Pat McAfee, the Usos, Liv Morgan, and Roman Reigns. So we went like 90% here. So let's give it up. We're going to do a special fart for this.
I can't remember what regular air smells like.
It's in celebration for our successful SummerSlam predictions.
On Twitter, I did I predicted, I was like, look, if Theory loses his bid to win the U.S. title, he's going to cash in. And he ran out. He tried to cash in, but it wasn't an official cash in.
Yeah.
I was close on that one.
You enjoyed the show overall, though.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
We were watching in Casa DeMeanie and enjoyed it. And it wasn't that long of a show. It wasn't over the top long where you're just like, Jesus Christ, pack a fucking lunch kind of long.
like Mania before they went to 2 days.
Yeah, where I got my thumb on the channel change, as the 3 counts coming down.
Yeah.
Just like, all right, I can say I watched it. Click.
Make it stop.
There's no worse when you go to a fucking indie show. This show's just dragging on, and people are putting their coat as the 3 counts coming down because they know that's the finish.
Yeah.
And they left before anybody could celebrate. It's just like a fucking mass exodus from the fucking building because you kept people out,
Right.
when they could have been doing it. That's another thing that drives me fucking nuts. And the reason why I don't do too many indies is like, dude, your show doesn't have to be more than 2 hours. If you start your show at 7 and you're done at 9, people can make plans to do other things, and your show's part of the evening. And afterwards, you can have a meet and greet at a bar where like all the wrestlers and fans commingle at this local establishment that might sponsor the show and offer drink deals and stuff like that. And people I leave the bar saying, man, I had a wonderful night. I went out and saw some great wrestling, went to a bar, had some good food, some good drinks, got to mingle with some of the wrestlers from the show. Damn, I got to do this every month.
Right.
But no, the people want to book a 15 fucking match WrestleMania indie show where they ask you to be at the building at 2 p.m. for a quote unquote fan fest where people go point out your photos and go, is that you? Yeah, it's me. I'm showing my own photos. Imagine that.
Yeah, right. What a concept.
Yeah, it says Blue Meanie. I'm standing here, blue hair, raccoon eyes. Yeah, that's me.
Jesus.
Why'd you quit? I didn't quit. I'm standing here at a show that you're attending and that you paid a ticket for, and you'll be seeing me in that ring in a couple minutes.
It's amazing. It's amazing it's amazing that people just assume because you're not working for one of the big two that like you quit. That's not how anything works.
Yeah, it's like Robert De Niro. Like, I'm just pulling a name out of my ass. Robert De Niro. Hey, you know what? I'm not going to do movies anymore. I'm going to do Broadway plays. He's still an actor.
Right.
Why don't you go back? Oh, why didn't I think of that? I'll just hop the rail and hope.
Hope I don't get tackled by anybody. Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm going to take it out by the female security guard, which is more than likely happen, she'll hog tie me, on live TV and kill my career.
Right. Any buzz is good buzz, pal.
Yeah. But, yeah. That's it. I don't know why I went off on that rant, but it's just like.
But no, it's true.
I was happy SummerSlam ended at a reasonable hour.
Yeah.
Which drives me nuts when shows don't fucking end within like 2 hours. Yeah. All you need is 8 fucking matches.
That's it.
You don't have to book all your fucking friends.
No.
You don't have to, if you want to have more matches, fucking run 2 nights in a row. And, you might save money on the cost of the building. And, you can, have 2 shows, 2 nights in a row with unique rosters.
Right.
Make an event of it. But no, you got to run a 15-hour fucking marathon. I've seen it so many times. I've watched the 3 count come down and people are heading for the doors. They just want to feel like they got their money's worth. So they suffer through the main event, which went on like 4 hours after the first match started. And it's like, what the fuck?
I won't mention which one it was because I've been to a few indie shows in my life, but there was one where it was like, they had a big, giant main event, but it went on forever. Like not the main event, but like the show. And it was just like, all right, we're transitioning to another program that they may be doing. And it's like this interchanged fucking, and I was like, oh my God, I'm here. I didn't realize I was going to be here for 6.5 hours. I would have planned ahead. I would have packed a lunch. I would have showered. I would have brought a change of clothes because now I'm sweating through my clothes.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck,
dude,
man.
like when we used to run 3PW shows, the best part was you run the show, main event goes off at a reasonable hour. You're done around like, show starts at 7. You're done around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Perfect. You pay the boys. Hey, let's all go out to fucking Oregon Diner.
Yeah.
Have dinner. You go to the diner and you all sit at the long table like it's the Last Supper and you talk about the fucking show. And everybody's like, oh, did you see this? Did you see that? Blah, 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 blah. And you go home at night and you have this little afterglow because you were just a part of something really cool.
Yeah.
And, you can't wait to do the next one, So, that's the thing, wrestling shows should be fun. It shouldn't be a fucking labor of love. It just should be just something you go to a show as a fan, you go to a show, you see a show that's maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours at most.
Right.
And then show's over. Let's go to the bar. Let's go to let's go Organ Diner. Let's go get something to eat. And then you sit there and talk with your friend about the thing you just watched. And this, it creates this afterglow that people need to do it again next month,
Right.
And build your crowd and not scare them away because you're going to hold them hostage for 3.5, 4 fucking hours. Here, read the note for the camera. You're our hostage now.
Jeez.
Wrestling fan. Fucking nay, man.
Feeling a little bit this morning, huh?
Oh yeah, you caught me red.
Red ass meanie. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm most emotional as soon as I wake the fuck up.
Should we call the episode the Red Meanie?
No. No, I get enough of those fucking questions too. Why aren't you the orange meanie?
Jeez. Listen, guys, we love. Let me quantify this a little bit. We love the Ask Meanie questions. We absolutely do. But please stop asking us about the color. Like, I can't. We've answered that. Listen in the archives, but I'm not. It's there. Listen to the content. But
yeah. You're the gray meanie now.
Why don't you be the purple meanie?
Excuse me as I run headfirst into this brick wall.
I'm sure, though. I know we've talked about it before, and I know we've addressed it, once or twice, and even just privately. But like, I'm an awkward human, right? Like when you see me in public, like when we met before, like I am incredibly awkward. I'm like literally Ricky Bobby. Like I'm not sure what to do with my hands, and it's just because like I don't know where to start a conversation with people after like, yo, what's up, man? What's going on? And I'm just standing there, and I'm like, so. Weather's cool, huh? Like, I don't know what to talk about, but that's just me. And eventually I'll break out of that. But like, people at the conventions and stuff like that. And some of these folks that I meet, just traveling around some of these things. And it's just like, it's exhausting to be asked to hear the same questions asked over and over and over again. Right.
Yeah. It's just, I used to be like that too. And, I remember one time I was doing a car ride with Stevie and Raven, and Raven was like, "Yeah, when I was first breaking the business, if it was quiet in the car, I felt like I had to say something."
Yeah,
and I would say something out of feeling like the need to say something, and then I would say something that just like either annoy somebody or make I would like punish myself for saying it, and I'm like that, Yeah. When I was younger, oh my God, I got to say something. Nobody's talking. So this is awkward. They hate me. Why ain't they talking to me? Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. And then I say something and I wind up Chris Farleying myself.
I was just going to say that. Do you know how many times I Chris Farley myself with you? Where I'm just like, hey man, do you remember when we said this the other day on the show? That was awesome. It's like, why did I say that?
Yeah. So like I've become comfortable with the silence.
Yeah.
Just, you want to talk, you can say something. I'll listen. And before you realize I got people admitting to fucking murder because I haven't said a fucking word. They feel like they need this fucking just talk. And look, if you want to talk to me, I'll listen to you all day.
Right.
I'll listen to you all day. But then people run out of things to talk about, and it's just. So I got this callus on my foot, and my bunions are killing me.
Oh man, my fucking ass! My ass all prolapsed. I got to go to the doctor.
Yeah,
fuck, man.
It rolled out like a shirt sleeve.
I got those gummy bears that Al Snow was talking about.
Oh my God, I'm pure liquid. I am pure fucking liquid. The doctor said I might get diarrhea. I was like, get diarrhea. In order for me to get diarrhea, I need to stop having diarrhea in the first place. Sir,
Doctor says he's never seen anything like it before. It's just straight fucking stomach acid.
I'm like the fucking Bellagio over here. Fucking water show.
Oh my God, dude.
Geeks and fucking let us shoot out like a rhino. Got any crops that need fertilizing? Just load me on the back of your backhoe.
I'll bend over here and shoot it out like a water cannon.
Yeah, I'll fertilize your fucking crops. So.
Oh my God. No, I am very much the same way. Not with asshole cleansing, but with just talking. Like I find myself a lot just trying to fill the space because of the silence. Because I'm very much that kind of person who is like totally in my head, like I need to say something because if I don't say anything, they're gonna think I'm weird. And then when I do say something, it's like, oh my God, Blue Meanie thinks I'm weird. And I text you and I'm like, hey man, sorry about that. I hope everything's good. And it's just like that's the pattern of my life, but I hate that. I hate that.
I fill in the uncomfortable silence with people watching.
Yes.
I'll stare at somebody and catch them doing something they don't think somebody's watching them do.
Picking their nose or
spraying it out in public. I'm not peeking in windows. No.
There's me staring in your bedroom. Hey, I'm
like
here.
I'm the neighbor from Home Improvement. Just
Wilson.
Yeah. Just yeah. But people apologize to me for saying things. I'm like, it's no big deal. Yeah. I've been there. Younger Meanie was a mess. In my teens, early 20s, where I felt like the need where I had to say something in order to whatever. But yeah, I'm fucking 49 there. I don't need to say anything. I just sit there and enjoy the silence and listen to other people talk. And you want to control the conversation, and I don't have to have that pressure of saying anything. Please go on.
Be my guest.
As I nod and smile.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. You don't say. Fucker's crazy.
Interesting. That is a fascinating tidbit. I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
So the next conversation for jumping in on that, we're going to talk about JBL real fast. No, I'm just kidding. So Cameron said, he was like, after the color, he goes, after you ask about the color, make sure you ask about Bradshaw.
Dude, I was at the convention in Indianapolis, Indiana. I forget what it was called. Square Circle Expo. And this older gentleman who was a quote unquote worker brings his teenage daughter over and proceeds to talk about the JBL thing to me as if I hadn't lived through it. Like, you see him and this wrestler, they had a real fight. Like, he's talking to her in front of me. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, dude. I lived it. And he's like, yeah. And then he punched him for real in the face. I was like, and at that point I had enough. I was like, yo, my grandmother died from cancer. Should we talk about that too? Like, can we pick like other bad things from my life to talk about and explain? Like, And he started realizing like, okay, I'm an idiot. It's like people dictate things to you. Like okay. Yeah. I was there when it happened,
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I lived through that. Yeah. Thanks.
Document it. I take out Bradshaw's in the other room. Should we just go talk to him and you can see how we're friends now?
Right. So. We can relitigate this really uncomfortable moment in my life. Yeah. Like fucking love it.
Only two people who haven't let it go we're the only two people who have let it go.
Yeah.
And it's like, somebody said something stupid to me on Twitter. Like, I don't even know what it was. I said something and then somebody just, Bradshaw did it. And I was like, oh, okay. And usually I'm a muter, but I was like, nah, that motherfucker's getting blocked. I don't give a fuck.
Why? Like, that's what I don't understand. I have the hardest time wrapping my mind around that. Like, with the whole thing that happened like 2 weeks ago when Vince retired, when you were catching all that flack on Twitter for absolutely no reason. I see some of that shit, and it's like people have a lot of fucking balls on social media, right? Like I've said it before. I say it all the time. I don't do tough guy shit with anybody, anywhere, anytime, especially on social media. But like, if you got a fucking issue, come and see me and talk to me about it. Like, come and see me to my face and be as fucking brave as you are on social media, because I'd like to see how brave you are. You know what I mean? It's like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So like these folks that say this fucking ridiculous, oh, well, Bradshaw did this. Like, the fuck is your problem? Like, is this literally what you're doing with your entire life? Touch consensual cheeks. Go touch grass. Go breathe air. Get out of the basement. Do something.
Yeah, I hate to do that whole basement dweller.
No, I know.
Usually, you look at their photo and you're like, yeah, that guy dwells in a basement.
The beard is all the way around the neck. All the way around the neck.
Dude, my favorite is when somebody says something to somebody and they just go and screenshot their profile pic and post the profile. It's fucked up,
right?
But the person asked for it, you know.
Like
like if somebody didn't say anything that was warranted of that, I'd be like, oh man, that was a little bit too far. But you know, somebody says something real mean to somebody for no fucking reason,
right?
And that reply, I fucking pop huge. I giggle like an infant who just found his dick. You know, just
like, yep, that's exactly what I thought you looked like. Yep.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, man. What were we talking?
SummerSlam. I think we were on SummerSlam. I'm not sure. Shout out to the Pod Squad. Vanessa was here. She had to run. And Anthony Camerata is here. Thank you all,
Vanessa,
for all of the birthday wishes.
These are my early meanie thoughts when I haven't had my cereal yet.
No, I mean,
I woke that up and hopped on.
It's just like I said, there was a whole thing on Twitter that happened between a couple of wrestling personalities, and it was just like, I don't do that kind of shit. Like, if you're going to say something like that, I don't know the full context of the story. It's not my problem. Your beef is with whoever you want it to be. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to get involved. But I will say that if you say something, like, please be prepared to back it up in public. Like, if you're going to say something to me, please be prepared to fucking say it to my face, or don't say it at all. Like, I don't have time for that shit. But, we were on SummerSlam, back to SummerSlam, and Hunter running the show. Bailey returned, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. And I got to say, man, Io Sky's fucking theme is a banger of a fucking record, man.
Yeah.
That shit slaps, bangs, and fucks.
Yeah, it was a nice surprise. Interesting pairing, but I get that, you know, they wanted to have a big surprise, and, you know, like a 1-2-3 punch.
Yeah.
Like, boom. Oh no, it's Bailey. Oh, you know, and then, you know, so on and so forth. So you have like a theme to it, but I'm sure they will make it work.
Yeah.
I was expecting, I'm glad Becky Lynch came in, you know, and backed up. But I was like, I was so waiting for Sasha and Naomi to come back.
I feel like that's probably going to happen tonight.
Oh yeah,
it's Friday night.
Yeah. That was the Inside Baseball. Today is Friday, August 5th, and tonight's SmackDown. So that's quite the possibility.
Well, Sasha was supposed to be doing some kind of flag football or celebrity football event, and now she's not on the card anymore. Yeah. So that's the rumor and innuendo, is that Sasha and Naomi have come back. Honestly, I would love to see, now that Becky is out for an indefinite period of time with the shoulder injury, I'd like to see Sasha, Naomi, and Bianca become the trio and have those six, you know, reinvigorate the women's division.
Yeah.
I think that would be incredible.
It's so odd. She returns at SummerSlam and has to go away at the following year's SummerSlam due to injury, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's a shame.
You know, I mean, the first reason was, you know, she was enjoying motherhood.
Right.
Which is awesome. And, you know, that's the thing, you know, you go away and people miss you.
Yeah.
So, and when she came back in, she had that enormous fucking pop, but turned heel. And that was another thing. People were just, they're burying.
Do they even know what the fuck that means? Do they even know what that means?
Yeah. There's, you know, she's getting buried. No, they're doing this thing called a program. You know, their program lasted a fucking full year, you know? So I don't get it. You know, people want old school wrestling when they start doing like people. And when I say old school wrestling, I mean long-term storyline. And when they get it, they want it, you know, they want the payoff immediately. because they need to know how this finishes immediately. Like,
right.
It's like, let's binge watch the show in one day kind of mentality. That's what, I think binge watching has kind of done, where you want to consume it all in one day and be done with it and on to the next thing.
Right.
So what are we going to do?
Yeah, I love the 6-man, or the I guess it was a 6-man, but it was a 3-on-3 or 3-1 match, triple threat and triple threat for the US title. I loved the video package. I was really excited to see them start to push that title back into the main frame. I hope they do the same thing with the Intercontinental title. That was a really solid presentation, and I love that Ciampa is the guy that's going to challenge for it, because I do think he's a credible opponent for Bobby Lashley. I'm just excited, man. I'm excited to see what happens next, but then I'm also excited to see if AEW starts to push a little bit more, because as we talked about, competition breeds your best stuff. And, now that Hunter's in charge, it could potentially be something really exciting. So
I'm sure AEW's due for a couple more championships.
Yeah. I was going to say, we have the trios title. We could have the Eastern European trios title. We could have the Western European trios title, and we can have the North Korean belt, which is just defended somewhere in the water.
Shit, just bring me the Western States Heritage title.
That's right.
That'd be awesome.
That would be great. The Eastern, Southwest, Northern.
Well, I mean, the obvious one is the All Pacific.
Right. Of course. But then we do the All Atlantic, right?
Yeah. And you have people who aren't from the Atlantic Ocean challenging for the All Atlantic title.
And clearly Orange Cassidy would be the one that goes over.
Yes.
I love Orange Cassidy, by the way. I love the gimmick. I'm just a fun thing. I'm just messing around. I don't, there's too many belts, guys. You gotta tighten up the reins here a little bit. I'm excited to see what happens. How are you feeling about Moxley's run as interim champion?
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay, I'm blanking here. Who did he challenge for the interim champ?
So CM Punk was out, and then who did he fight at the Forbidden Door? I can't remember. Somebody help us out here. Was it... Who the fuck was it? Oh my God, I'm blanking here. What the fuck is his name?
Oh my God, Tanahashi.
Right? That's it, yeah.
I would have gave it to Tanahashi.
Honestly, yeah. That would, we talked about it. We talked about Moxley and Tanahashi fighting, and honestly, I think that would have been a way bigger, for me anyway, moment.
Well, that's the you're all about the Forbidden Door, and crossover. Somebody from another promotion comes over and wins your title in the interim till CM Punk comes back, and then whatever you do between him and CM Punk is, I think, you give it, have CM Punk win the unification match, because he never really got to have a proper run with the belt. He got injured. He wins the world title, and the next night he gets hurt in a 6-man match, which I wouldn't even have had him wrestle the next night at all. It's come out, have a victory speech, maybe do something on Rampage, or just give him the fucking week off. He just won the belt.
Yeah, just have him come out and wave to the fans, kiss babies, and off he goes.
Yeah, have a we did it moment with the belt, and then.
See, for me, that would have been the moment, though. That's what I think. It's like, that would have been the time. Have him come out, do something with FTR, celebrate, not wrestle, but celebrate, and then fucking set it up for Tanahashi and Punk.
Because I believe at the end, was it at the end of that 6-man that Tanahashi came out?
Yeah.
I just had him come out, do his fucking State of the Punk speech. I won this belt. I'm proud of it. Blah, blah, blah. And then Tanahashi comes out, and then you could kind of do a couple things with Tanahashi. You could do something on Rampage as well, because you're filming both in the same day. The next week, have a slight physical, face-to-face. Then on Rampage that night, maybe have a little bit of a scuffle, pull apart, and do things leading up to it where they don't even have to really make contact.
Right.
Until the pay-per-view. You don't want to give away all that stuff on free TV. If you want them to actually have a match, save it for the pay-per-view. but it's a shame, Punk got hurt like that. But as far as Moxley as champion, he's all right.
Yeah.
So, just I wish the belt wasn't on. But then again, you're only running once a week. You're wrestling once a week.
Yeah.
With 2 shows, filmed in one day. So I was going to say keep the champion off TV, but goddamn, you only have like 4 pay-per-views a year.
Right. Right.
5 with Forbidden Door or something like that. All In, Full Gear. I'm fucking blanking on other ones, but
All In, Forbidden Door, Full Gear. Is it Winter is Coming? Is that the other one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a TV special because they do TV specials now that have pay-per-view names.
Right.
Fight for the Fallen. Stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
like a TV thing.
I enjoy Jon Moxley. I enjoy the gimmick. I enjoy the entrance. I enjoy everything about him. So I'm not necessarily too disappointed that Moxley was the choice, but I definitely feel like Tanahashi would have been the right choice in that moment. I don't know. What do you guys think? What tweet us at us and let us know if we're on the right track here, if we're just like running shit out of our mouth. But I got to say too, man, one thing before we move into our next part of the show, I feel like we have to talk about Logan Paul in that match with The Miz.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, man, I was impressed.
Look, I'm not a big fan of Logan Paul, but he got to get props to where it's due, where whoever trained him did a phenomenal job. Now, could he call a match where he's in the lead?
Right.
Hasn't been prepped up for a couple weeks beforehand. That would be have him go out there and work house shows every week.
Yeah.
Every night. Then have him call the match, and let's see how good it is. But he was very well led. They led him very well. The Miz led him very well.
Agreed.
Whoever trained him led him very well. When you have a couple weeks to train for one match and practice it and choreograph it and all that stuff, anybody could look great.
Yeah,
but it's a matter of, can he do it consistently night after night, and work with somebody with whoever would have lesser talent to where he would have to call the match.
Yeah,
if the match falls apart, who's going to pull it back together? Is it going to be him?
Right.
For what it was good. It was entertaining. I can't hate on him because it was a great fucking match. But, let's see him do it night after night.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what the test will be. They'll probably put him with Corbin next, I'm sure, because that's what they seem to do when they start introducing everybody. They put him with The Miz, and then they put him with
Corbin.
Give
him a new signee from the fucking PC, and let's see how well he leads a match.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not a fan in perpetuity or of Logan Paul as a human being, just for some of the shit that he's done.
Right.
But I would say physically, and in the match, I mean, he did pretty okay. A lot better. Not Bad Bunny good, but definitely better than I expected. I remember sitting there just being like, wow, this is okay. He hit that spot pretty well. Looks like he did a really good job. But yeah, I don't necessarily think that he's ready to lead quite yet. But
no.
It definitely speaks to the level of The Miz, though, as a performer and as an entertainer.
I'll say till the end of time, Miz is so underrated.
Unquestionably.
And here's the thing: Miz came from another world into the WWE, and he was shunned when he first showed him because this guy's just
Hollywood.
He's well, as they call it now, he's clout chasing or whatever.
Right. Right.
He's using this as a stepping stone for something else, and he'll go on to the next thing. And Miz is like, no, this is what I want to do. And he's been there. He's been there forever. 15, 20 years. I'm not sure yet how long, but
it's been a while.
He's put the time in. He's paid the dues. They had him dressing in a fucking broom closet for a little bit, when he first got there to see how he, to test him.
Yeah.
So he passed the test. So, and people still don't want to give him his props, but I think he's fucking beyond underrated. Yeah, he's underrated for sure, but he's so goddamn good. He's so good. I love this.
He's also the only 2-time Grand Slam champion in the history of the company. So that means something too, that they've put enough into him and that he works. I mean, this is the second like celebrity match that he's been put in with a major name. First was Bad Bunny last WrestleMania, and now with Logan Paul here. I mean, it's clearly they trust this guy with whoever they're going to put him with, and he always seems to make anybody shine. So I was, even that match with Cody was on Raw was fantastic. I don't think Miz gets his props, but I do know that I have a question for you.
Oh,
would you like to ask Meanie?
I would love to. It's time to ask Meanie anything. Ask me something.
Don't forget, tweet us your questions, but don't shit yourself while you're doing it. Tweet us your questions at Mind of the Meanie on Twitter. Join the Pod Squad, patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Join us each and every week and ask your questions while we record the show. Meanie, what seltzer you got today, brother?
I got myself a new one from, well, I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me. Polar.
Nice.
Seltzer, orange vanilla.
Ooh, that sounds right up my alley, pal.
Let me crack this bad boy open.
There it is.
3, 2, 1.
Man, that was a sexy fucking open right there.
Yeah, man. Let's give her a sip here.
Delicious.
That's a damn good drink.
Nice. I'll have to pick some up.
It's like an orange creamsicle almost.
Ooh, that sounds like a party. Vanessa says, "Oh, don't shit myself? Now you tell me."
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do. I'll poop my pants if I want.
I'll spite shit right here.
I'll shit right now in this chair. First question comes from the Pod Squad. Andrew Bailey wants to know, hey, does Meanie have any awesome or any kind of Harley race stories?
God, I wish. I've met Harley. I've had the pleasure of meeting Harley, and like I said, I didn't Chris Farley it, so I was just like, "Hello, sir. How you doing, sir? Hello, kid." And with this ceremonial, "Hello, kid. How you doing?" Kind of thing. So, I wish I had a cool Harley story. Unfortunately, I don't, but I can say I had the honor of meeting him, and that's awesome. I've lived in a good era where I've got to meeting some of the best wrestlers in the world.
Yeah. Mark and Dryden's got 2 questions for us today. First one is, depending on when you two record the show, how would you like to see Sasha and Naomi return? Do you think creative would let them either interrupt a match or a promo, beat the hell out of somebody, or cut a shoot-style promo?
Have like a new heart fucking thing where, I'm going deep on this fucking reference, where just wake up from a dream. Yeah, they come back from a commercial and they play all these things. They play all the news clips, the Michael Cole running them down, and blah blah blah. They've been stripped of the titles, blah 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 blah. Thing. All of a sudden, they both wake up out of like a cold sleep, like, "Oh, what was that?" And Naomi goes, "Oh, I don't know." And they wake up and they got their tag belts on their shoulders, and they're just like, "Oh, you're still with us." And they give their belt a kiss, and Sasha and Naomi are back. Yeah, just like a little vignette where, they play all the Sasha and Naomi clips, all the fucking dirt sheet things, headlines, this, that, and the other thing. And all of a sudden they just pop up like, it was all a horrible dream, and they go, "Oh, hold on, where is it?" And they both look on each side of the bed, and on the nightstand they pull up a fucking, they could do it like Lucy and Ricky style, where they got separate. They reach over to the side of the bed. "Oh, our belts are still here."
Yep. Yep.
And they just go on from there, and play live for the crowd and let them be the laugh track, or reaction track, like they do on most sitcoms. And That'd be great. Maybe I'll post that on Twitter. Maybe they could steal that one too.
Steal it if you're listening, because Bruce, I know you're listening to the show. Conrad, I know you check us out. Go ahead and steal that idea for creative. Give it to Hunter. Mark and Dryden also said, he was like, what if security chased them and either they get kicked out or run away, and commentary plays it off like they don't work here, like with Matt Hardy in 2005. I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I like your idea coming out of the dream sequence. I really enjoy that.
It was all a dream.
Oh man. Well, that looks like it's it for us.
Well, hold on. The Newhart reference was he had a show as Bob Newhart show or whatever, and then that got canceled. Then he had the other show, Newhart, and for the season finale of this, then the second show, he wakes up. He's with his wife from the first show, and he goes, "Man, I had this dream that I was the manager of a bread and breakfast in New Hampshire." And he starts talking to his wife about the series he just, his wife from the previous show. Talking about this show if it was a dream sequence.
I was thinking you were talking about like New Heart Foundation. I didn't realize you were talking about Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart.
Yeah. Or you could do it like St. Elsewhere. Kid looking into a fucking snow globe. Yeah.
You see people bumping all over the place.
Just Sasha staring into a snow globe.
Yeah.
Did you watch St. Elsewhere? Did you ever watch that show?
No, but I know Howie Mandel and Denzel Washington was on it. That was about it.
Yeah.
And it had a really good theme.
Yes.
St. Elsewhere had a theme.
And Flounder from Animal House was in the show as well. But
who was?
Flounder from Animal House.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of the interns. Yes, we learn something new each and every day. And we thank you, friends, and the Pod Squad, and our listeners for these questions. Don't forget to tweet us, Ask Meanie, use the hashtag, and we will ask your questions on the show. Blue Meanie, it is always a pleasure to be here with you, and always a pleasure to do this show each and every week with you. Don't forget, guys, I'm going to plug this for us both right now because we'll both be there tomorrow. Icons of Wrestling, Saturday, August 6th, this weekend. If you're watching this, if not, you missed us. Don't forget to follow us again and watch us early so you can be there. Come out and see us. But Meanie, where can everybody find you on social media?
If you would like to follow the Blue Meanie on all forms of social. Let me start that over.
Sushi Media. Sushi Media is where we're going to be, guys. We're starting up a new thing.
I could go for some sushi. ShopRite has some bad.
Yo.
ShopRite has some sushi.
I'm going to bring some sushi tomorrow. You got it, sir. You got it.
No. You're too kind. You're too kind.
We'll be farting the whole time and be like, oh, God, why is this still in my mouth?
No. Actually, you know what? We have this your tradition, me and Mrs. Meanie. Today she'll be grilling, but tomorrow morning, this is going to be our breakfast. This is our new Icons has become like a tradition for us because it's right around the corner from our house. It's our favorite thing.
Yeah.
So there's this like burger we kind of created, and I want to say other people took it, but this is our breakfast sandwich specifically for Icons. It's a cheeseburger with an egg on it on a blueberry waffle.
Really?
Yes.
That sounds incredible.
Blueberry waffle or apple cinnamon.
Nice.
But we went food shopping yesterday, and we got the blueberry waffle. And we make our own cold brew at home. So we got the crafts that you can make your own cold brew at home and put it in the fridge. And so our breakfast, this will be like the only thing we're ready for.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll have our and you can put a little bit of syrup on there, which is a nice fucking touch too. But that'll be our breakfast. So before we used to do Icons all the time. We're like, what the fuck you want to eat? I don't know what the fuck you want to eat. And it becomes this thing. So we have like some structure now for once. We're like, okay, we have these fucking cheeseburger sandwiches, cheeseburger egg sandwiches on a blueberry waffle. So that will be our breakfast.
Nice.
But if you would like to follow the Blue Meanie on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, which I don't know. At Blue Meanie BWO on all forms of social media. If you want to support the Blue Meanie, go to prowrestlingtees.com/Blue Meanie. I just got some really cool shirts up there. Shout out to Nick Clark, who did the parody of the Van Halen 1984 cover with a baby baby Blue Meanie at the bar at McCusker's instead of the kid smoking a cigarette. So you can get that at prowrestlingtees.com/Blue Meanie. If you would like to support Mind of the Meanie, go to prowrestlingtees.com/Mind of the Meanie, where every dollar that goes comes from prowrestlingtees.com/Mind of the Meanie goes right back into the show, helps us keep the lights on. Head over there. Shout out to Rod Hicks and Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand. Go to collarandelbowbrand.com, use promo code Meanie, save 10%. They're doing great work over there. My favorite new shirt, go to collarandelbowbrand.com, use promo code Meanie, and buy the working stiff shirt, because I looked at that shirt and I just laughed. I don't know what tickled me about it, but the working stiff shirt is fucking beautiful. Kind of, it's like these, block letters, but like with the, I want to say the old school WWF Mirage, where it looks like you're looking into a mirror kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fucking shirt. Over at collarandelbowbrand.com, use promo code Meanie. Now that you bought these great looking shirts, and if you're a bearded fellow like myself, go over to madcatbeardcare.com and get yourself some blue spruce. I will have some blue spruce tomorrow this Saturday. It is tomorrow. Dude.
Man,
I'm a dumb meanie.
No.
Go to madcatbeardcare.com. Get the blue spruce. I'll have some with me this weekend at Icons. Josh Thornton does a great job over there at madcatbeardcare.com. All the proceeds goes. I don't draw a dime from anything over at madcatbeardcare.com, because I am a cat lover, and all the money goes to taking care of feral cats. Josh Thornton does an amazing job over there taking care of the kitties. Also, I kind of feel like a heel. I need to give a shout out to my boy Jim Nilsson at glaciersofice.com. Jim does phenomenal work. He made, I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't believe I own him. A pair of 3 of 3 only handmade custom BWO Air Jordan 1 sneakers. He made these bad boys for Stevie, Nova, myself. Each pair of these BWO Air Jordan 1s took Jim 50 hours per pair of sneakers to make, and he made them for us. And he does sneakers for Chappelle. He does shows for He does sneakers for Dave Chappelle. He does sneakers for Wu-Tang. He does sneakers for Third Base.
No shit.
The rap group.
Yep.
If you're from the 90s like myself. If you want, go to glaciersofice.com to order yourself a custom pair of Air Jordan 1s. Follow him on social media at GOI Kicks. And hold on, before I continue with the plug, for our folks on the Patreon.
I was just gonna say, I got to see those bad boys.
Yeah, here's the. He even sent it with a custom box. Sick,
dude.
Yeah, I'm sick. I'm a Sasquatch, so I'm size 14. It's got the BWO logo on the side. Let me peel one of these bad boys out real quick. I know we're wrapping up, but
hey, man, this is the Mind of the Meanie. Take your time.
There's something beautiful about opening up a new box of sneakers where the smell of the leather just hits you.
Yes, sir.
Check out this bad boy with
man,
the fucking
dude.
Man, yeah, smell the fresh leather, man.
Good Lord.
Now, a little bit of a
fresh since 0 AD, sir. Damn.
Yeah.
That you know what? That needs a fart noise. That needs a fart noise.
You know what's even cooler?
What's that?
Me, Stevie, and Nova, since we did the Kiss parody, mine on the front of the tongue has Gene Simmons' face paint.
Look at that shit, dude. That is
on both
sick,
sides.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like his face on either. Oh, dude, that is so dope. It's the little attention to detail, man. That's fucking incredible.
Yeah, Jim does a fucking amazing job. He's a good guy. He's an old school metalhead.
Yeah,
we talk constantly, but he did these He did these shoes for us. He did shoes for Edge.
Oh wow,
which Edge is wearing. He did shoes for Shane Helms. So yeah, man. If you got some money to earn and want quality footwear, go to glaciersofIce.com. Follow him on social media at GOI Kicks on all forms of social media. But also, if you want, while we're wrapping up, if you want a special birthday message or holiday well wish, good luck, how you doing? Go to cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO. All birthdays, holiday wishes, and well wishes. I've done some pretty interesting ones this week. But yeah, go to cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO, and I will try to make your day a little bit better. But most importantly, Mr. Barnard, where can we find you?
Oh, stop it. You flatter me, sir, but thank you. If you'd like to follow me on social media, you can follow me at Instagram and on Twitter at This Is Goober. Yes, it is my handle. No, I'm not changing it. It's a brand, pal. You can also go to foundationradio.net and check out my other program there. Like I said earlier in the show, I had just an incredible conversation with the producer and director of Unprecedented, which is the 3-part documentary series on the 2020 election and the final months of the Trump presidency. Alex Holder. You can go check it out right now at foundationradio.net. You can also support the show by going to prowrestlingtees.com/foundationradio. Help me keep on the lights here at the Barnard home for wayward and troubled youth. And come and help out there. Don't forget to subscribe here, anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast. And also go to patreon.com/mindofthemeanie and support and become part of the Pod Squad. One other quick note I wanted to make here. Last week we talked about Jim's Steaks on South Street. And they currently have a GoFundMe that is happening right now. They're trying to hit their goal of 100K. They're currently about a fifth of the way there. We're going to post the link in the show notes, but I highly recommend you go and donate. Anything helps them right now, but all the money goes to their employees right now. There is about 33 of them who are displaced and are not able to work because of the fire. So I think it's a great cause. Get them back into business very, very soon. So go ahead. I'll post that in the show notes so that way you can go ahead and donate. Pod Squad, again, thank you so much for joining us. We thank you all for listening to us every single week, starting your week off with us here at Mind of the Meanie for the Blue Meanie. I'm Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip through the mind
Blue World Order
of the Meanie. Peace.
Blue World Order.
This episode of Mind of the Meanie was recorded and produced by Adam Barnard and was engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional production and narration provided by Sam Krebs. Our executive producers are Josh Chernoff, Adam Barnard, and the Blue Meanie. Our opening theme is performed by the Swamp Candles. Our closing theme is performed by Chikara. The show contains original music produced by Enrichment. Get additional bonus content by becoming our patron on Patreon at patreon.com/mindofthemeanie. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Mind of the Meanie. This has been a Butts Carlton media production in conjunction with the MLW Radio Network. Butts Carlton, proprietor.
Blue World Order.
Dad, why is Blue Meanie's brain out?
The world of MLW Radio never stops.